Aw, snap, y'all. Today's workout is going to be really good. Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Today we have a different format than we've typically done for a lot of the workouts recently. It's two separate pieces. We're going to go back and forth from one piece to the next. So we'll explain all that in a little bit. There's a lot to it. I don't want to talk about it now because if I do, you might forget things when we start the workout. I just want to make sure I explain it all thoroughly right before we hit it. So if there are any questions, we can get it done. More Chelsea. Glad you're here. All right, let's see. Hold on. My fiance's computer's giving me troubles. All right, perfect. So real quick, again, before we hit the workout, we'll explain everything in more detail. There's a lot of movements they got going on. It's going to be a fun time. Morning, Rolo. So let's mobilize for a quick minute. Once we're done there, then we'll hit the warm-up, and then we'll break down all the fun stuff we got going today. You're so fit. I used to be. Now I'm just barely fit. From so fit to barely fit. So bring it to the floor, you guys. First, some hip rotation. So sitting on the floor, feet flat. You're going to drop your knees to one direction, keeping your chest pointed forward. Drop it down to the other side. The more upright you are, the more you'll focus on your hips. Make sure you're not just leaning back like this, making it really easy for yourself. Do a few more each side. If the floor in my garage looks dirty, it's because it is. Normally it looks clean. It doesn't look this bad, but I have the door open here to the side, and it's really showing off how much dirt is on the mats right now. I got to clean today. All right, from there. Tabletop position, cat-cows, round the back, tuck in the chin, arch the back, butt up. Who else is joining me today? Who else is here? Michelle, what's up, Michelle? All right, next you're going to stand tall. We're going to do standing toy soldier, or standing zombie walk, whatever you want to call it. So for this one, this is the one where you kick your leg up, keep it straight, tap your other foot. So you're just going to take a step forward, kick, take a step back, switch sides, kick. Do about 30 seconds here. One, keep your legs straight so we're stretching out the hamstring. Keep that knee bent. You're not really stretching too much. All right, next, big arm circles. Big circles go one direction. It's already hot. I think it's already like 75 degrees in El Cajon. Other direction. I'm already a little sweaty. Not gonna lie. Give yourself some hugs. Tell yourself, great job this week, you killed it. Got your work done. You got your fitness in. Getting some Saturday fitness. Taking care of things. Getting things done. All right, one more for you guys, and then we're going to go over the warm-up. So next, you're going to need a wall. Preferably a nice clean wall like this, not an ugly wall like that over there in the corner. Try to find a nice wall. From here, we're going to do our wall slides. So we haven't done this in a while. So how they look is you're going to get like a squat stance like up against the wall. From here, elbows back as far as you can get them, keeping your back flat. So I don't want to have my back arch or my upper back come off the wall. I want to keep pretty much my entire back flush with the wall. And if you do that, if it's hard to get your elbows touch the floor or the wall, that's okay. My elbows aren't touching, but I'm getting as close as I can to the wall. From here, slow slide to lockout, come back in, right below horizontal, okay? In about 20 seconds. The most important part is that back, especially the low back. Don't let it come off the wall. If your elbows don't touch the wall, that's totally fine. It's hard for most people too. I can't even do it. But I'm trying to fight to get my elbows back as far as I can. Need one more. Okie dokie. So, what we got going on today for our warm-up? It's every 2 minutes for 4 sets. starting off with lateral quadruped steps. So 12 of those, followed by 10 bird dogs, 5 each side, followed by 8 mantis get-ups, 4 each side, and their main time glute bridge. So let's go over all these movements. The lateral quadruped steps. Back to that tabletop position. Knees hover off the floor just about an inch. So your shins are horizontal, but they're not way up here, and they're not still touching the floor. From here, you're going to take a step out. That's 1. Out. That's 2. You're going to do 12 total of these, trying to keep your body as still as you possibly can. Just doing it. Very challenging if you focus on keeping that torso still, not moving your hips a ton, and moving your torso a ton. After that, we're doing, what was it again? I'm already dying. 10 bird dogs. For these, actually, I think I changed. I think I made 8 bird dogs. Let me refresh this real quick. Nope, 10 bird dogs. 10 bird dogs. For these, tabletop position, you're going to keep, you're pressing into the floor with this arm. You're going to keep your core tight the entire time. Straight arm, you're going to tap your foot, your knee and your hand together. You're going to straighten them out, and then come back in, tap again. We don't want to overextend at the top. Just make a straight line and keep your core tight and your ribcage down as you go through 5 one side, and then 5 the other side. Teach you to move your limbs without moving your torso. So just like a dead bug, but flipped over. And then lastly, mantis get-ups. You guys know these, do this pretty frequently recently. Step back, of leg follows, step up, come back to standing. So make sure when you step back with remember which leg you step back with. So I'll do my right leg, left leg follows, right leg comes up, left leg comes up, then I go back with that other leg. So I'm not just doing a big circle and always going down with the same right leg. I want to make sure I alternate which leg goes back. So I'm really excited today. So every 2 minutes for 4 sets, 12 of those lateral hops or lateral steps, so 6 each side, 10 of those bird dogs, 5 each side, 8 of those mantis get-ups, 4 each side, and the remaining time of that 2 minutes are doing glute bridges, okay? We should be pretty warm by the end of this. Our limbs and our joints should be pretty loosened up after all this too. We should be feeling pretty good for the workout today. So, snacks and space, bring it to the floor. Let's get started. Get these dumbbells out of the way. All right. Here we go, you guys. Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. 12 lateral steps. Keep your knees close to the floor. Try to keep your torso still. After you've done 12 of those, 10 bird dogs, 5 each side. Keep your rib cage tucked in. Don't let yourself bow out and overextend that low back. Just reach your arm, reach your foot. If you don't get totally horizontal with your limbs, that's okay too. As long as you're reaching them, as long as you're getting them to move. All right, next, mantis get-ups. Lunge back with the right, and then stand, lunge back with the left, then stand, 4 each side. And 8. So now we got about 35 seconds of glute bridges, guys. Twenty more seconds. Squeeze your butt. All right, 5, 3, 2, 1. Back to those lateral steps. Those are hard. Bird dogs. Keep your core tight. Reach with your foot. Reach with your hand. After that, Mantis get-ups. And 8, 40 more seconds, guys. I think I mentioned this yesterday, but my knees are getting like calluses on them because the rubber in here is like not as smooth as typical rubber like we have at the gym. It's a little more coarse. My knees are getting jacked up. 15 more seconds. All right, get ready for number 3. In 3, 2, 1, and lateral steps. Whew. Those get you. I don't think it's as humid as it was yesterday. Yesterday was, I think it was in the 80s when I checked. I'll check again after this. I'm curious. Thanks for going on, California. Why are you guys so humid? Was this Florida? Whew. 40 seconds. $15 seconds. One more time after this. Oh. There we go. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Set 4. This is a nice breeze going right now. It's saving me. Although I'd be pouring sweat. All right, we got 45 seconds left. 20 seconds. And relax. All right. So while you guys take a second to catch your breath, I'm going to go over all the movements for today's workout. We have 8 of them, or 7? I think maybe 7. I would look at the description, or if you have Wodify on your phone, I would look at the name of the movement while I'm doing it, so that way you can get familiar with what it is. And then if you have questions, let me know after the fact. So I'm just going to run through all of them at once, and then afterwards we'll talk about them and go over any questions. So for the workout, how it's going to go, every 4 minutes for 8 rounds, so a total of 28 minutes, right? If my math's correct. No. 32 minutes, huh? 4 times 8? Yeah, 32 minutes. Oh, longer than I thought. Totally fine. So it's going to go back and forth every 4 minutes between 2 different rounds. So at minute 0, you're going to do a certain list of movements. At minute 4, do a different list of movements. At minute 8, go back to that first one. Minute 12, back to the second one. Okay, so it's going to go back and forth between the 2. Not all two of those pieces in the same 4-minute time frame. You'll have built-in rest during that time. So you'll get this first round of movements done, rest. The next 4 minutes starts. You'll get the next list of movements done. So how it's going to go. 3, 2, 1, go. You have 4 minutes to complete 12 sprawls, 12 V-ups, 10 push press, 12 toe to hands. So I think I said 10 for all those. There are 12 reps of everyone. So first, for the sprawls, you guys know these. Make sure you're keeping your core tight. You're not arching your back when you do it because you don't want this to happen. So a sprawl is you standing up tall, put your hands to the floor, kick your feet out, come back in and stand. You don't want to come here, let your hips sag, and let your lower back arch. Keep your core tucked in so you're in a good plank position. Pop back up and stand. It's a lot on the hamstrings. Just go wider with your stance. So do this instead. So instead of keeping your feet really narrow, just go wide. So it takes away a little bit of the toll on your hamstrings, glutes, and low back, okay? 12 of those. After 12 of those, you're doing 12 V-ups. For these, the main goal is to get your back off the floor. So when I lay down, I lay totally flat, hands and feet touch the floor. I come up, tap my toes, and I bring my back off the floor. If that's too hard, just do more like a sit-up type version of V-up, so it'll look like this. Just go, boom, and kind of like touch your knees, but still focus on getting your back off the floor. 12 of those. After that, you do 12 push press. So whatever weight you have, if you have dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells, a push press is a dip and then a fast punch overhead. If you only have one item, I want you to do 8 each side. Okay, so if you only have one dumbbell, one kettlebell, you need 8 push press, 8 push press. So it'll look like this. Weight on the shoulders, feet are flat. I'm going to dip, punch, absorb it, dip, punch. It's not a rebend, so it's not this. And drop underneath and stand. That's a push jerk. This one is just a small little dip and then a fast lockout overhead. 12 of those. And then lastly, a new move for everybody, toes to hands. I don't want to take credit for this. I found this from someone else, so don't be excited that I come up with new stuff. I'm just taking it from other people. For this one, you're going to get into a plank position, and it's kind of like the second half of a sprawl. So from here, you're going to jump your feet in and then out. In, out. 12 of those. These actually get your lower abs pretty good once you get through a good chunk of them. So to remind you guys, 12 sprawls, 12 V-ups, 12 push press, 12 toes to hands in that 4-minute window. That takes you 2 minutes to get done. You get 2 minutes to rest. After that 4 minutes is up, the next 4 minutes, we're doing max bicep curls, max floor press, and max heel elevated front squats, but a cap at 20 reps for each movement. So how these are going to look is first with the bicep curls. If you only have access to heavy dumbbells and you feel like you might even get like 5 reps, then I would just cut it down to an easier version by only using one dumbbell. So it'll look like this. Boom, hold it both sides of the dumbbell. 1, 2. Instead of you having 2 heavier ones and you're kind of very struggling to get them up, you can do it that way. Otherwise, I would do an empty bar. I would do, if you have a kettlebell, same thing. Just hold both ends of the kettlebell with both your hands and then do curls that way. I don't want it to be too heavy to where you don't get at least 10 for all these movements, okay? So your goal is to get 10 for every single movement, at the most 20. So first one's bicep curls. The next one's floor press. A floor press is just like a bench press, but without the bench. So I'm gonna have my weights by my legs. I'm gonna place my elbows on the floor, pick my weight up. I'm gonna press to full lockout, squeeze my chest to the top, tap my elbows on the floor, right back into the next one. I wanna aim for at least 10, but at most 20. And then lastly, you're gonna get some kind of elevated surface. So for these, you can use like a heavy book, like you get like a dictionary type book, something that's like a hardcover. But for these, you're gonna have your weight. You can have either both your dumbbells, one dumbbell, two kettlebells, one kettlebell, whatever you want to do. Heels are up on the surface, and you can do up to 20 squats here. So what these do is they really target your quads, and you get a nice sweet quad burn. Now, one thing I forgot to mention for that second part, the floor press, the heel elevated squats and all that, is you only get one set for that. So when I say at least 10 up to 20, you're not going to do 8 curls and then 4 and then 2 and try to struggle to 20. I want you to do as many as you can in one set. As soon as you start to hit failure or you stop and pause, that set's done. Okay, so one max set to get to 20. Yeah, so you don't have to have your feet literally touching, but at least a couple inches. So they're pretty close together. Yeah, good question, Chelsea. So I know that was a lot of information being thrown at you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, obviously you can watch me do the rounds and kind of get a better grasp of it, because obviously once you get those first couple rounds out of the way, it'll all make sense. But if there's any clarification on movements, let me know. If you have any questions on what equipment you need to use, if you have certain things that might not work out too well with how I demonstrate it, let me know. Otherwise, we're gonna start in 30 seconds. Find something for your heel elevated squat, and then make sure you have something soft and comfortable to lay on for the floor press. You don't want to lay on like concrete or something. So have like a yoga mat, blanket, towel, something like that. Yeah, I thought this workout was 28 minutes. I mean 32 minutes, longer than I thought, right? Yeah. 8 times 4. It's 32, right?
The answer is 32.
Yeah, 32 minutes of fun. All right, there's no questions. So let's get this done. So again, the first 4 minutes, you're gonna do those sprawls, you're gonna do those V-ups, that piece. If that takes 2 minutes to get done, you get 2 minutes to chill. Yeah, for real. And then once that 4 minutes is up, the next 4 minutes starts, you go into those bodybuilding type movements, okay? And you only get one set to get up to 20 reps. So if you're doing curls and you're like at 15, but you want to get 20, if you don't do it in one full set, that set's done, move on to the next movement, okay? So naturally, I expect the reps to decline as we get through the workout and as we get tired and the muscles get fatigued, all right? So don't be afraid if you start to notice your numbers are dropping off during that second round piece, the bodybuilding type piece, because it's gonna happen. All right, I need to stop talking. I'm doing a lot of it. We're gonna get down to business. There's no questions, so you guys must be ready. If not, again, just watch me. I want to make sure the camera's set up in a good spot where you guys can see all my movement. Okay, I'm gonna put my plate back here. Put my dumbbells over here. All right, now I'm gonna count down from 10. If you want to start your own clock as well, so you can have a good, idea of where you are at time-wise, and always look over at your own clock instead of waiting for me to say 30 seconds, 10 seconds, things like that. So let me get my timer ready. If you guys are looking for a timer that does EMOMs and like intervals and stuff, the SmartWatt timer is legit. Because right now I have it on EMOM, but I can set it to be instead of every minute, every 4 minutes. And we want to do for 32 minutes, those total 8 rounds. All right, guys, here we go. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 12 sprawls. 12 V-ups. Twelve push press. If you have one dumbbell, one kettlebell, doing 8 each side. All right, lastly, 12 toe to hands. Oh, I'm doing full sprawls. Don't stand all the way up. Just in and out. All right, that took 2:15. Means, or it took 1:45. So we have 2 minutes to chill. This first piece, you want to push. Really jack that heart rate up, then get some time to chill. And then this second piece, well, the bodyweight movements, or the bodybuilding movements, excuse me, should be slow and methodical. So let's say, for example, I only had a 10-pound dumbbell. I could probably do 20 curls pretty easy. But if that's the case, just add a tempo to it. Come up fast. 1, 2, 3, 1. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 2. Slow it down so you can really fatigue those muscles, get a lot of tension on them, and really tire them out, okay? We have just over 1 minute before we kick off the bodybuilding piece. That first piece we just did was fast. This piece goes slow. Yeah, 1 more minute. The first thing we have is those bicep curls. I have 2 35-pound dumbbells. I'm not doing both of them for the curls. I'm just gonna grab one dumbbell, full squeeze at the top, full arm lock out at the bottom. Woo. 30 seconds, guys. 1 set to get as many as you can, up to 20 max. So if you get to 19, you have to set the weight down or take a big break. That set's done, okay? If you would take a quick, like just a half second, and then get ready for the next rep, that's okay. But if you're like hanging out here and holding for like 10 seconds, call it for the set. Call it there for the set. Here you go. 3, 2, 1, go. First we got bicep curls. We'll lock at the arm at the bottom. All right, next we have floor press. If you have one dumbbell or kettlebell, do the same thing you did for the push press in the 8, or just give me, you know what? Just do 1 set, okay, on one side. Just focus on one side, and then next time we get to this piece, switch to the other arm, okay? So really focus on that one side. You must squeeze in your chest at the top. All right, next, heel elevated front squats. We still have about 2 minutes to get it done, so no rush. If you have really light weight, slow it down on the way down. Feet really close together, either touching or a couple inches apart. Ooh, those are spicier than I thought they were going to be. The first 5 weren't too bad, but they got rough pretty quick. So that's completion of round 1 and round 2. We have 3 more times through both those things. Again, that one was slow. This next one, push. If you get 2.5 minutes to rest, perfect. It shows you really pushed and got the reps done quickly. Ooh. "30 seconds, guys. First one, guys, sprawls. "15 seconds. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 1, go. 12 sprawls. Don't let your hips sag. Keep a nice straight plank position. Ugh. 10, 12 to the hands. Whew. We got 2:15 left. I really feel those toes to hand in my core. Then as soon as I get ready to stand up, my shoulders. Oh, halfway. Oh man. How you guys doing? We're hanging in there? Feeling good? What's the hardest movement so far? I'll say the curls. Curls are tough. Really focus on squeezing on the top. Yeah, toes and hands are good. Feel it in my core, now I feel it in my shoulders. Round two, yeah. Round two in general is just a lot spicier. If you guys haven't already, please hit the like button on the video. Yeah, curls are tough. 1 more minute. Whew. So based off the last time we did the second round, curls were okay. Like it was doable. I wasn't dying, but the floor press was pretty easy. So I'm definitely going to slow it down and focus on firing up on the way faster and squeezing my chest at the top, really thinking about it. And again, if you did a single dumbbell, a single kettlebell the last time, switch arms, you're hitting it the other side this time. And those heel elevated squats too. My quads were feeling it. Like halfway through, I was like, oh, okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and curls. Only got 18 that time on curls. Fasten the way up. Come on, squeeze the chest. Come slow down. Whoa. Oh, that time, full bursts were 10 times harder. So got 2 minutes, guys. Oh man. Even my shoulders were on fire during the front squats. That time on the floor press, like I mentioned earlier, I really focused on slowing down the way down and then pausing on the top and squeezing my chest together. You want to make sure when you're doing those, give me a second. You'll make sure when you're doing those at the top, you're not doing this and pressing your shoulders off the floor. Keep your shoulders pulled in like that, okay? So it's elbows tight, arms straight, my shoulders still back, okay? Don't over press off that floor. 30 seconds. So 4 rounds done, 4 more to go. 2 more of each. My shoulders are feeling it now. Shoulders are burning. You ready? 15 seconds. Here you go, guys. 3, 2, 1, and go. Sprawls. So V-ups. So push press. Oh man. Oh, halfway. I'm dying. I think I'm dying, guys. Oh. Even with all this rest, even though I'm getting like, we're averaging like 2 minutes of rest around, still spent. We got 1:15 left. I don't know, Michelle. This might be my last workout. I didn't think it was going to end like this, but I don't know if my body can handle this anymore. My body's like, what are you doing to me? Yeah, about 50 more seconds, guys. I definitely feel a lot better by the time the rest is getting close to the end. At the end of those 2 minutes, but like, even though the movements aren't that like crazy, it's like 12 is like the sweet spot at kicking my ass. 30 seconds. Ten. 3, 2, 1. Hit them curls. So again, keep those shoulders down. Don't bring those shoulders off the floor. Keep those shoulders pulled back as you straighten out your arms and squeeze your chest. Okay, I got this. I can do this. We can do this, gang. We can do this. That's okay. Let everyone know you're laughing. Let everyone know you're having a good time, Michelle. Oh, one more minute. One more round of each, you guys. I'm gonna try to really focus on pushing this, the first rounder, the 12 rep stuff. I think last one I kind of sandbagged a little bit, even though I was talking about how much I was dying. I think I still could have gone faster, so I'm really trying to push this one. About 30 more seconds. Ten seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Try to get done quick. Last one. 3, 2, 1, and go. Whew. That was definitely my fastest one yet. Oh. Almost there. One more time. One more round, guys. Oh, I forgot to check humidity. That's what the humidity's at right now. In El Cajon, it's currently 72 degrees, 52% humidity at 72 degrees. Feels like a million. Feels like the East Coast. Like, I always think about like how much we pay for a house out here versus how much you would get elsewhere, and I'm like, yeah, but all the bugs, not a lot of stores and places to do things other than like the outdoors, humidity. You can't go to the beach unless you're like on the East Coast. One more minute. You have to think what you pay for in California. The reason why people pay this price, people want to live here. It's funny whenever I tell someone how much I pay for my house and how small it is, and they live somewhere else, they literally think I'm like crazy. Like, why would you do that? So for those that don't know, I paid $425 for my house. It's 750 square feet. So on a quarter acre lot, which is like the selling point of the house, you could end zone to build a house in the back if you wanted to. But anywhere else, you could get literally 3 times the amount of house for that price. Maybe if not 4 times, depending on where you go. But that's okay. I like being a 15-minute drive away from the beach. 10 seconds, guys. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Curls. We did it, team. We survived. Yeah, it's so humid. I don't know why it's so humid. Stop, California. Stop saying it'll be humid. All right, nice shot, everyone. Bam. Take a moment And we shall stretch. Oh. That was a good little Saturday workout. I hope quarantine definitely realized or shows people that you don't really need a lot to get a lot done. You don't need a fancy gym to get a lot of different workouts in. It's nice, but keep it basic. Keep it basic, yet keep creative. Keep things interesting. Thank you, Nick. The commentary got you through. I'm glad my suffering made it more bearable for you. Anytime, man. Trust me. This is the new normal. Me suffering. I always suffer, but now I'm just suffering and complaining a lot more. All right. I'm going to clean up my space a little bit, and then we'll do some stretching. And like I mentioned earlier, don't worry. My floors will be clean by Monday. I don't know how they got so dirty in one day. But I don't normally live like this. All right, you guys. So first, let's start off with quad stretch. Do standing quad stretch. So hand on a surface, give you extra stability. Grab that foot, bring your heel towards your butt. Try to pull your knee behind your other knee. So you really open up the angle of this hip. Yeah, that was a good time. That was fun. Other leg. My phone, it says, like, job done. It says you're a beast. Thank you, phone. Thank you, timer. At least someone realizes that, okay? All right, next, let's bring it to the floor. We're gonna do a forward fold. So laying or having a seat, you're gonna have your legs extended out in front of you. Feet together. I'll start really easy, grab the back of my calves. As I loosen up, I'll reach a little bit further. This will be good after all those toe touches and all those sprawls or the toe to hands, which I like. It's good body exercise. Whew. All right, next, one leg over the other. Reach across and put your elbow here and then twist away. Get a couple vertebrae pops in there. Switch sides. All right, and lastly, we'll finish out with pec stretch because the shoulders took a beating. So arm out to the side, twist away. I like to have my hand angled up a little bit, so I won't have it totally perpendicular to my body. I have it slightly angled over me. And then I twist, I feel like I'll get a little more, like my shoulder, my bicep that way. And other side. All right. And that is it. You talk back, FYI? Okay, good. I hope so. Otherwise, I'm literally just talking to myself. But if I'm at least talking, imagining you're talking back to me, then it's a lot more normal, you know? Helps add to my sanity. I don't know if I said it already right now, but thanks again for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. I will see you guys Monday, either 7 a.m. CrossFit for the Zoom class or the 8 a.m. CrossFit for the live class here. If you guys need anything, you know where to hit me up, Hudson at CrossFit Humanity. If you need any extra credit, stretches, want to chat, whatever, I'm here for you guys. I can give you my number through there, and we can just message whatever. Have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you don't hang out in the sun and get all sticky and sweaty from this humidity. See you guys soon. Take care.